Happy Tish Talk Tuesday! Hey everybody, welcome back. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Okay, so today's Tish Talk Tuesday is going to be men are allowed to show their emotions. Men are allowed to show their emotions. I know what y'all thinking. You're not a man. Oh, no. I'm not a man. No, I'm not. But I can speak a little bit on this topic because I have a man. I'm married, my husband, and I have 3 boys. Actually, I have 4 boys, and I have nephews. I have brother-in-laws. I have a lot of men in my life, and I know a lot of men. So I will speak on this topic because it's really important. So what I want to start with saying is let men show their emotions without judgment. Let them show their emotions without judgment. I want to be real careful about how I talk about this because it could be a sensitive subject, okay? So I have my boys, as I said. I want to raise them to be able to show their emotions, show how they feel, tell me how they feel, react in certain ways and be okay with it. And I want them to cry if they feel like crying. I want them to be upset if they feel like being upset. Everybody have a right to show their emotions, and I've never understood all these years why men and boys are treated as though they're made of steel. They're not. They're not. They're humans. They're humans. They have the same amount of emotions as us women. They have the same amount of emotions as us, but they are taught not to show them. But they teach us women to show ours. They even teach us to show them to get our way, which is kind of messed up, but it has happened. But they teach men not to show theirs because it's a sign of weakness. No, it's not a sign of weakness, not up in here. It's a sign of being human. We must let our men and boys be human. They are not superheroes. They're not superheroes. And a lot of times when I see stuff and I hear stuff and I see the way some of them are being treated because they want to show their emotions, because they react in a certain kind of way, it hurts me to my heart. Because I don't ever want my boys or my husband to feel like they cannot show emotions around me. I want them to know it's fine. I want them to know it's okay. I want them to release whatever it is that's bothering them, what's hurting them. Even, if they're excited, I want to see all of it. All of the different emotions. They're allowed to show the other ones most of the time. Sometimes they can't even get too excited because they'll get judged for that, which is crazy. But my husband, he shows me all of his emotions. I think he showed me every emotion I could think of. Sadness, happiness. We've cried together. Good tears and bad tears. You know what I'm saying? He showed me excitement. He showed me when he's uncomfortable. It's so many different ways to show your emotions, and I think that it's unfair that it's said that men and boys are not supposed to show theirs in the good ways, some good ways and some bad ways. So I don't want to be too long on this, but I just wanted to put it out there. And if anybody have any comments about it, anything to add on with this, men particularly, because y'all the ones living in it. Boys, y'all living in it. I want my son, I want my husband, I want my nephews, I want my brothers. And a lot of the times it's because the elders. Most of the time it comes from the elders. I'm not saying all. I will never say all of anything or always or never. But most of the time it's from the elders. It's taught from all the way back then, people you never even met before. It just carried on through generations. It carries on through generations. And we must break that generational curse because we want our boys to be strong men. We want them to be able to exist in this world and be able to control their self as they grow up. Because holding that stuff in when they're younger, when they grow up, they become unstable men. And we want our men to be strong and stable and be able to protect us and be able to show their feelings and be able to feel comfortable around their women, comfortable around their daughters, comfortable around their friends, their boys. A lot of times it's your own homeboys who are making you feel some type of way about getting emotional or too excited or, or sad or, chuck it up, be a man. No. Being a man is being able to Show your emotions and be who you are. Be a human being. Nobody should have anything bottled up in them. Nobody should be walking around here holding things in and ready to explode. And when you explode, you don't even explode in a natural way. You explode in an aggressive way, and you're made to look like something that you're not. King. You are a king. So if you're struggling with showing your emotions and you feel like that you just can't do it, and sometimes you may in your mind think, because you're a grown man now, you may in your mind think, you know what, I can't start this now because this is the way I've always been. I can't change this now because I don't want people to think this. I can't. Yes, you can. And a lot of times you have a woman right next to you, a strong woman right next to you who's waiting on you so she can embrace you, so she can hold you up, so she can feel a sigh of relief knowing that you're not a Superman, that you are human. We want you to be human. We don't hold you up high like this, whereas though you're not a human being. We hold you next to us. We are all the same. And I just want my men and boys to grow up, and the men now who are grown to think about it. Take a step back and say, you know what? I haven't been living my true self. This is not who I am. And even if you want to go into a bedroom and scream in a pillow, do that. Even if you have to release anger, you have to release when you're upset. You have to be overexcited. You have to let somebody know when you're uncomfortable. It's so many different ways to show your emotions, and I think it's unfair that you think in this world, because honestly, I never care what people think of me. I don't know about y'all, but I don't care what people think of me. I'm a crybaby, period. You know, like I said, me and my husband, we've cried together on many occasions, happy and sad, because we trust each other enough to know that we got each other and to know that we're both human, and we are allowed to cry. We are allowed to show emotions. We're allowed to embrace each other. We're allowed to hold each other up, and we're allowed to teach our children the same things. So just remember that you are human. You will be loved regardless. Somebody is right there waiting for you to be more vulnerable and to just let go and show that you are human and you are allowed to show your emotions. And I'm gonna end it with that. And if anybody have any other comments or any questions or anything, and with this subject, I did talk to my husband about it because it's very important. And he thought it was a good idea because it's not talked about enough. It's not talked about enough on a positive basis. And I want to make this be a positive thing. You know, I want people to be able to say, you know what? If I want to cry, if I want to jump up and down, if I want to slap hands, or, you know, I see people, they say they're excited sometimes or happy, and you couldn't tell because they're not showing no emotion. I'm like, okay, you know, like, what you doing? Is you thumping inside? You know, it's okay to be free. Live out loud. Loud, scream. Cry out loud. Dance out loud. All I'm saying is show your emotions, kings and princes. Is this such word as princess? But young prince and kings, show your emotions because you are loud and we love you. Peace and blessings.